Things like this organizing box, which actually all of these are completely empty. Oh, there's socks in here. I have so many fun topics to talk about with you here, but one of the ones that I was really excited about is my 5-minute time savers. If you know me, I am all about saving 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, because did you know that anything you spend 5 minutes on daily costs you over 30 hours of your life every single year? So it adds up. And one of the biggest compliments that I get is people who tell me they have absolutely no idea how I tackle all the things that I do and how I have all the room in my life for my 5 acres of property, a baby, running 2 businesses, homeschooling 2 kids, and more. There's a lot that goes into that, but one of my biggest secrets is cutting 5 minutes here and there wherever I can. So there's a caveat to all this before I share where I've cut 5 minutes. You really have to outweigh whether or not the cost of setting it up, paying for this item is equal to X amount of hours that you save. And I literally create a math problem for every single one of these things. The formula goes like this. Taking your net value of time, and you want to make sure this is your net value, so you're not looking at gross income or wage per hour. You want to really take and find your baseline net and convert the amount of costs that you have to upfront for whatever it is that you're implementing, including the time that it takes to install, research, etc., and weighing that against how much time you're actually saving to then discover when you actually break even. An example we can use is my automatic gate opener system. We leave and exit this property 1 to 2 times a day. At a minimum of 1 time a day, it probably takes us an extra 3 to 4 minutes to open and shut the gate every single time. Sometimes there's extra packages at the front, and so to play it really fair, let's average this 3.5 minutes per day. At 3.5 minutes per day, I'm looking at saving myself just over 21 hours per year. Now, when I look at the cost of the gate, which was about 1,000 hours and 8 man hours, because it took my husband and brother-in-law 4 hours to completely install the system, I'm looking at breaking even at about a year. So I'm actually not going to reap the benefits of all of the energy and effort that I've taken to set up this gate system until a year out. And this is calculating that cost with a net value of my time at $50 per hour. The gate was actually a little bit of a stretch, but looking at something like my Roomba, which cost me about $300, which I bought on sale when it was $250, it didn't take me any extra time to set up. I literally bought it from Costco, plugged it in when I got it out of the box, and it was ready to go. You're talking 5 hours that is saving me at least 5, if not 10 minutes of my time every single day, which amounts to well over 30 hours per year. This kind of investment is a no-brainer. So the Roomba and the gate opener are 2 of the 15 items I'm going to share with you today that saves me tons of time and energy on a daily and annual basis. But a couple other things that I wanted to share with you is number 3, my dishwasher. Now, I didn't go cheap on this dishwasher. I got the really fancy kind that doesn't make you rinse your dishes. Like, you can put a really dirty plate in there and it does the extra drying and it just comes out perfect and pristine. It's also extra quiet. This is a stark contrast to some of my older videos. If you are familiar with my vlog videos before this whole channel changed years ago, we used to hand wash all of our dishes. Now, instead of taking 20, 30 minutes plus a day on dishes, it literally takes a few seconds to load that dishwasher and a few seconds to turn it on and then get clean dishes automatically. A couple other things that I'm gonna run through is just our pool vacuum for the same reasons as the Roomba. No more scrubbing the pool. The vacuum does it for us. Automatic feeders for the pets, especially the ones that are free-fed like chickens and cats. We also have an automatic chicken coop door opener and closer, which has made life so simple for us, as well as an egg or nesting box where the eggs roll away, so we're not collecting eggs 3 times a day. We can literally go out there once a day, check on the chickens, grab the eggs. It is amazing. I've mentioned it before, but we ended up getting a secondary fridge so we can make less grocery runs while bulking up on more fresh produce and items that we eat on the regular. And I'm still experimenting with this one, but recently I got a thermal printer for relatively inexpensive so that I didn't have to take the time to print and cut and tape the labels. I lean into certain applications like Subscribe and Save on Amazon, especially for things like supplements and pet foods that I use on a regular basis. Because I do believe and lean into using supplements daily, setting them up in a nice hearty pill box is way easier than opening up 10 bottles and trying to get one pill one at a time each day. Simple things like installing a Nest system so I can automate the alarm system, the temperature in the house, locking and opening the doors, and communicating with my family is so awesome. But even more simple and practical, like watering my plants from a pail. So while the pail is filling up, I'm literally taking the watering canister and just dunking it in and moving around, saves so much time than waiting for the watering can to fill up every single round. Even things that seem less practical, like totally 86ing, which means getting rid of the Marie Kondo style folding, while it saves space to some degree and makes things look neater, it took too much time to fold that way. Sometimes with things that are accessible, it's much easier to just dump them there because you're just gonna get them out and use them anyways. I discovered this little chopper thing that took making a single serving of salsa from 30 to 45 minutes to less than 10 minutes for a party-sized bowl. It is the most amazing thing. And last but not least, placement. General organization and placement of things. I don't necessarily recommend more organizing spaces or boxes, but if it can put something in a place that is more accessible and functional for your space and the use of your space, then I highly recommend this. Cabinetry, shelving, sideboards, or things like this organizing box, which actually all of these are completely empty. Oh, there's socks in here. Can help make a space feel homey, less cluttered, and give you accessibility to things in each room. Keep in mind the point of these organizational items is about accessibility and not about storing more useless things. So I don't know whether or not that's 15 things. I thought I counted 15 things on my list, but it's roughly 15 things that I've really leaned into lately to save me 5 minutes of time here or there. So I actually took the time to add up on a daily basis how much time each of these items on today's list saved me, and I got 547.5 hours per year. Holy guacamole, that is 22.8 days of my life. So implementing these things have literally saved me a whole month of time, active time that I would otherwise been using to address and take care of these things. So when I think about that, it's well worth it. If you think I've missed anything on this list or have any other ideas for me, please let me know. I am always down to save an extra 5 minutes. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you like it, please let me know by leaving me a comment, shooting me a DM, and taking the time to share it with somebody you think would enjoy it as well. I appreciate you for sticking around. I'll catch you in the next one. Hey fam bam, thanks for joining me in today's episode. If you haven't yet, get registered for my free webinar training, Better Energy for a Better Life. You guys voted on this training. I worked really hard to put together some really valuable tips and insight on the fastest way to grow your energy on time, things that you could get started doing right now. So make sure you check out that link and get signed up. Can't wait to see you there.